This is Kai Bird. He is the author of the book, The Outlier, The Unfinished Presidency of Jimmy Carter. Thanks for joining us. Can we hear you this time?
I hope so.
Oh, great. There we go. You know what? Why? Okay. We all know that, Jimmy Carter's presidency ended just one term, and he has done so much since then. Why do you call him an outlier?
Well, I call him the outlier because he was always very different. He came from no place. He came from South Georgia, and he was hard to pin down. He was kind of a liberal on social issues and particularly race, but he was a small town fiscal conservative on the budget and the federal budget and such. And he came from nowhere to win the presidency in 1976 and was a very unusual president. And I know most people think of him these days as a great ex-president and yet a failed presidency. And that's not actually historically accurate. He had actually a very consequential presidency. He accomplished an awful lot legislatively and in foreign policy.
Yeah, I mean, there's the Middle East peace agreement, but the Iran hostages, I think, looking back, the idea that Americans had was, okay, they were released when Reagan came in because they were intimidated by the Reagan administration. What is the truth of that matter?
Yeah, he was very much wounded in his presidency by the Iran hostage crisis, but it was not something that he had any control over. And he made a very tough decision when the hostages were taken. He decided not to respond with military force, believing that this would put the hostages at risk. But this was a decision that was very politically costly. He probably would have won re-election if he had bombed Iran or something, but that wouldn't have led to the successful release of the hostages. So he was a guy who made tough political decisions, and it's to his credit, I think.
What have you learned about Jimmy Carter that you didn't know before starting this book?
You know, when I was interviewing him, he was in his early 90s already, and he was still getting up at 5:30, keeping farmer's hours, and getting into his office very early in the morning, just like he did in the White House when he would spend 12 hours every day working in the Oval Office, reading 200 to 300 pages of memos every day. He was the kind of guy who spent a lot of attention to detail. And I argue in the book that he's probably the most intelligent, hardworking, and decent man to have occupied the White House in the 20th century. And that's quite an accomplishment.